we'll just go through your career at the academy through like different clips.
Daniel Akinkunmi, offensive lineman for the NFL Academy, committed to the University of Oklahoma. It's all been leading up to this moment, from first going out to the US, getting my first date, to now having 35 to 40 offers. It was hard to take in, to be honest. Well, I just went out there thinking I have to make sure I hunt. For me to go out there and do what I did was incredible. I was so happy I was able to do that. I started playing American football 2 years ago. Describe myself as a player in 3 words. It would probably be dominant, motivated, and hardworking. See who I am today.
I used to play many other sports, like one of the sports what people are surprised, I used to play with volleyball. Soundtrack will probably be Something to Prove by Lil Baby, because
Proving something every single day,
work as hard
to this
as I
day.
work, everyone around me. One thing I can't, it will probably have to be family, because family is the main support system and keeps me going, gives me that motivation, gives me that little edge, that little chip on my shoulder to keep on going and give me a why reason of why I'm playing and why I'm doing it.
Yes, I remember that day vividly. I remember being in that gym, all the rookies coming in. That first couple of weeks was a new environment, had to get used to it, try and learn as much as possible. I will say my first year was a lot more quiet. Had to just take everything in, observe, and try and create a perfect formula of trying to make it to that top level and be great. So I think all my answers stay the same. I still love my mum, she's helped me dearly. My dad was here today for the signing day. See hardworking, see motivated, see dominant. It's just time to take that to another level. It just goes to show you can be a kid from the UK, from anywhere, who's never played a sport, and just now be here committed to a big time Division 1 school.
It was very difficult seeing my son wake up in the morning and setting out and going for such a long day. So it was quite a tough one for me as a parent. How did you feel, Dan?
It was hard, but I had the decision of doing it, obviously. So I was dedicated, did it for the whole year. Don't know how I did it, but I did.
You don't know how I did it to this day.
I'm quite impressed with you, considering that I took a trip to London to work for 3 days.
I love this moment so much. She realized how hard it was. She did it for 1 day and she was sick for the next week.
Bloodshot all over my face. And I literally had to call you and say, Dan, I'm so sorry, you have to do this journey. This is so tiring.
Yeah, see, I'll never ever let that go, because that's when you knew how hard it was. And I had to do that day in, day out.
I think it's so amazing. And the fact that you carried on, I gave up 3 days and you're still here standing, Dan. Honestly, I don't know how you've done it.
See motivated to this day to keep on doing it.
I'm so happy for you, son.
Goodness me. Thinking going back to those days was very hard, especially at the beginning. It was very mentally tough. I just learned a new sport, I just gave it a try. The first couple of days was very hard. Like, I remember going in, I'm just there, ooh, okay. Okay, we have another day to go, okay. Oh, okay, I have to wake up again at 4 a.m. So those first couple of days was very hard, but I feel like afterwards I started falling in love with sports, started to realize how great I could be at it. I feel like that's really started to motivate me and help me become obsessed with sports to a point where I'll do anything to be great at the sport. It was hard, but once you're obsessed with a sport, you never give up. All that sacrifice was worth it. Like, I'm going to the big time SEC, the biggest and baddest conference in the NCAA. To be able to go to a conference like that, that's incredible. To have an opportunity to even play in that conference, I can't wait.
Obviously, we're here at the airport. What are you saying? What are you saying about the trip?
No comment.
Come on, Peter, man, you have to say something.
No paparazzi.
No paparazzi.
When I first walked into Maryland, reaction was amazing. I was like, am I really
One of the first
here?
Division 1 schools to ever step into.
You are a UK kid in front of a big Power 5 program head coach. It is a massive deal.
Yeah, as a 16-year-old, it was very hard to take in, to be honest. It was my first time flying that long as well. First time ever going to the States, so all of the experience was helped by the NFL, fully funded. It was incredible. It was COVID year, you had a lot of guys who haven't been able to play games, so I was very surprised to get picked. I was the only rookie on that trip. Everyone else was third years who were about to leave, so for me to be able to get picked for the trip was an honor. I was very nervous, let me be honest. I remember being picked for the trip, and everyone else is like, what, Daniel got picked? And I'm there like, okay, here we go. We're going to the place I dream of going, to hopefully get an opportunity. It was incredible. Like, to be able to go out there at such a young age and get that experience really helped me to build up through later on down the line, be able to get to where I am today. I really felt like I understood certain things were different, like the mentality was different. Physically, we can keep up, that's all the same. My mindset was good, but I realized it wasn't good enough to the way how these guys played out there, with how much heart, with how much aggression they played, and I knew I had to step on my game. I knew I had to come up with the confidence, I knew I had to puff up my chest, had to be ready to go, calling guys out, being on that line, dominating. So it just really helped me to understand and have a vision to the future of how it's going to be and how I need to change and learn from this experience onto the next one. I took all the reps at centre because there's only one person at centre, so I had to steal my opportunity to just play centre. And I'm happy I did this, or I probably would not gone to the top group. I remember this very vividly when I was a top recruit, had multiple offers from big time schools, Bama, Georgia.
I had performance at camp.
And I was glad to get my first.
I've just been offered by Washington State. I'm so happy and so proud that I got my first Division I scholarship.
Ooh, so the second camp I've ever been to in the States, it was amazing. Like,
I looked him up, bro.
Just for me to go out there learning from the first trip. I just went out there thinking, I have to do better, I have to improve from the last time. I have to get 1% better, I have to make sure I go out of there and I have to make sure I hunt. So for me to go out of there and do what I did at the age of 16 was incredible. I was so happy I was able to do that. After I got my first couple offers, I think that mindset very switched from me trying to accomplish my dream of getting Division I offer to now it becoming an achievement. So I knew from then I had to start getting into the next level and have a pro mindset. So from then onwards, I always had a pro mindset of I have to act like I'm in the NFL, I have to do things the way NFL guys do. The job is not finished. Like, there's so much to go along. I was only a sophomore, I was only 16, so I had a couple more years of academy. I knew in my head that meant nothing. Even though I had it, it meant nothing. It was just time to go and get more and keep on competing.
I remember that I sat with you and I said, Dan, you've got a job to do, get it done, and get it done well. And you said, Mum, I won't let you down. At that point, I knew that, you know, I've unleashed the dragon, basically. It was time for you to fly. And I think when you went the second time, I was literally praying night, day. And what was so amazing was that the night you called me and said, Mum, I got an offer.
Finally, after months upon months.
Honestly, I was so excited. I didn't sleep that night. I think for 2 days I didn't sleep because I was so excited. Because there's nothing as fulfilling than seeing how much you worked hard through the times of sleepless night. You having to do your homeworks on the train.
1 or 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
there.
and still getting you to hoover the house.
Every single Sunday. Still have to do the basic chores.
And you pulled through, and there's a success story at the end of it. I'm so excited. And then you kept saying, Mum, I've got another offer. It got to a stage, I stopped counting. I was like, oh my God.
Just another one, another one, another
done
one.
It. And honestly, I love you so much, and I'm glad that you've come this far. And as a mum, I could only pray for you to go higher and higher.
Watching that back is incredible. Like, my mum is my #1 supporter. I love her so much. She's done so much for me. Like, she is my world. Like, so to have that conversation, to hear her, how happy she was and how much of a relief it was, just made me so happy inside. And I just knew from her telling me all of these things, I had to keep on competing and try and get more and trying to keep on compete because I knew the job was not finished. I was just so blessed and grateful for me to be able to be in this position and get those offers. I'm so happy I'll be able to take care of like my family, my mum, my dad. It was like such an amazing situation. Like, she has such a peace of mind. She may still come out because I'm the only child. So she may even relocate, I never know, but I have her now. Like, I'm so happy I can be able to say that as a guy coming out from the NFL Academy, who's now going to the University of Oklahoma. I can say I can take care of my mom, my dad, instead of them taking care of me. Like, that's such an amazing thing to be able to say to your parents. We had the one-on-one circle drill where you're going up against another man and you have to get him out of the circle.
Me and Daniel going against each other in the ring drill, and it was having a really good battle.
It was such a good fight. I was not going to give up. He was not going to give up. academy guys did very well, so I came on top, but I went up against Dom and Elliot. All the academy guys were top 3 in that competition at the camp.
Yeah, and then it obviously ended up with me and Daniel getting pulled aside and Dom getting pulled aside and having a tour of the wonderful facilities and stadium that they have there. And then
all 3 academy guys came there, got a tour and got offered. So it started off with the first camp tour. No one knew who we were. Everyone was like, wait, what, the NFL Academy? What is that? So we had various conversations with coaches and us trying to explain it to them. So now going to these camps and everyone's like, oh my God, it's the NFL Academy guys, let's go over there, let's get our cameras, let's start filming. So to be able to build that type of relationship or that exposure to a point where US coaches know our names and know we build up amazing players and tremendous talent shows what we can do. It's going to start to get to a point where it just becomes this pipeline. You're going to see tons of people on signing day. You're going to see 10+ people signing day every single year. I can't wait for that to happen. Like, the NFL's done an amazing job to identify problems we have on a previous trip or ways we can improve things on the next trip. And it just increases our opportunities on our ways to be able to get these chances in the US. Let's go, Seb. Ryan, my guy. It was amazing. First win against a US high school. It's a great feeling to come into this and do this to change the game. History makers we are. We're changing the game. Like we've been saying it from the beginning, we're doing it. To win against a team like IMG Varsity is incredible for us to be out there. As international guys who haven't played this sport for long, to go up against US kids, for us to be winning against them is incredible. Like, you have to go back, sit down and think, they've been playing since they're yay high, probably in the mum's belly, and we've gone out there, compete with them, and to be able to win a game against them was amazing. Especially one we played last year and we sadly lost to. Just shows how much we can improve, look back, look what we did wrong, and get it done.
Let's go! We changed the game! We do this!
The experience what the NFL has given us is amazing. Like, how many kids get to say, Mom, Dad, I played in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I had a crowd watching me. Like, that's incredible. I'm there playing in the stadium. You never know, one day we may get to a point where it's filled with people in the UK, people from all around the world come across from different countries just to come and watch our games in a big match stadium like that. And it just shows that we can build this sport and build this program to something very special. The program changed massively. From the beginning in London, obviously that was our first place, our first location, to now being able to move over to Loughborough University, to amazing facilities out of this world, the best in the UK. That's crazy to think about. We're basically living the lifestyle of a Division I player before we become one. For us to be put in that position helps us prepare to be in that position. We'll just keep on going up and up and up, and it's going to start to get to a point where it becomes a pipeline for Division I, Division II, Division III JUCO players, even to the NFL. Like, I feel that's our next big step, is for one of us to get drafted on draft day and be like, we came from the NFL, come from the ground up, we learned from the NFL Academy all the way to the NFL. It's been such a good time at the Academy. Brucina, baby. It was a relief off my shoulders, off my chest. I was actually hiding it for quite some time because I actually committed at the end of my visit. So that was a couple months later down the line. So to be able to let that information go and stop hiding it from everyone was amazing. Because like, the world now is committed to the University of Oklahoma. It's a very amazing program, so it has a history of winning. They have a great history of developing great offensive linemen. So to be able to go to a place like that and be able to continue that history, especially being the first international recruit ever to go to the University of Oklahoma, is incredible. I'm just creating a pathway to the University of Oklahoma and all these big schools for many of us to later on down the line send more guys through this pathway of these big time programs.
I think for me it's been a great experience having a young student athlete that is completely brought in, just did everything we could ask for, and then more. Was a great student athlete, class, gym, is what everything you wanted from a student, from an athlete, great leader on the field. And yeah, I mean, everything he's gone through to get to here, to keep here, to chase his dream in the States, not getting distracted by everything around him. He kept working, you know, he lived up to the cliches, he kept the main thing, and just kept grinding away, and truly blessed, and he deserves everything he's achieved so far. I'm proud and I'm happy for him.
That's amazing. Obviously, we've had our ups and downs. I've struggled a lot in this position. It's never been easy. I don't make everyone think at home this is easy. It's been a whirlwind and I've just flied through it. No, it's never been like that. I've had my ups and downs, and to have Coach Gav help me through that journey and guide me was incredible. I'm happy I was able to do everything I said I was going to do. It was not just talk, I did it. And I'm happy to be able to sit here and say I'm going to the University of Oklahoma after 2 to 3 years in the NFL Academy. And I can't wait to see you guys do the next thing. If I can do it, anyone can do it. To put it very simply, I came in a child, turned into a man, as a football player and as a person, to now being this confident, bubbly person who's been able to lead a team, to be able to have these amazing opportunities, to be able to be well-spoken, to be able to be media trained, like I'm talking to you in the camera, to be able to learn all these skills from this program, from the NFL, who's just done an amazing job to create a program like this. Is incredible, and I just can't wait to see many more of you at home do the exact same thing.